folks. How's it going? Oh, we got some folks in there. Let's see here. What we got? Warren was here first. Hi, Warren. How are you doing today? Great to see you. Great to see you. Steven's in there too. Steven says, hi, Lee, sounds good. Oh, well, thank you. Thank you, man. I was just making some stuff up here. James says, hi, guys. I was watching the chord toolkit. Some great stuff in there. Thank you. Yeah, I'm glad. I'm glad you're liking it, man. A lot of new stuff coming within the next week and a half. We've got a lot of cool stuff coming to that chord toolkit, so I'm glad you grabbed that. Cool. All right. So we're going to be talking about what chords you should use. How do you classify chords? What chords? And I'm going to ask everybody here, Warren, Steven, and James. If you were to think of like a major chord, how would you classify that? A minor chord? How would you, let's see here. I'm trying to open up my classifications for these things here. So I have little different, I wrote some notes for this one. I'm actually prepared for this one. That's funny there. Let's see. Where is it? Where did it go? Well, I don't have to forget the notes here. Let's talk about major chords, dominant chords, minor chords, minor 7 flat 5 chords, fully diminished chords, ninth chords, 9 sharp 5 chords. Let's see here. What else did I miss? Augmented. Oh gosh, going through all the different chords. How do you classify them? When do you use them? Right. So I'm gonna open up the chalkboard here. We're gonna start talking about where these chords come from, how we can start building them a little bit there. So let me add a page here, get it going on. Share this over. Share this here. There we go. Right, so I was just playing. Let's pick another key. Let's pick key of A. Either A or C. Those are usually the easiest ones here. So we're going to play in the key of A. So we're going to have A, B, C sharp, D, E, F sharp, G sharp, and back to A. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And we're going to start talking about triads and seventh chords. What's the difference between them? Triads, what do you have in triads? We have 4 different triads. We have major, we have minor, we have augmented, and we have diminished. All right, so we talk about our major, A, C sharp, and E. That's this one, and this one. We skip every other note to build a chord. Sounds like this. Now that's a happy kind of sound. I consider this a light sound, an airy sound. It's as happy as we can get with the chords. There's no happier than this. I'm just playing a regular old A. Here. Doesn't get any happier, doesn't get any lighter. And that comes from the intervals between these notes. Between A and C sharp is 2 whole steps. And between C sharp and E is a half step and a whole step. These are called thirds. This is the distance of a major third, and this is the distance of a minor third. Major third has a happy sound to it. Minor third has a sad sound to it. A major chord has both in there, right? So here is this one here. These first 2 notes in the major chord, A and C sharp, have a happy sound. But from C sharp to E, that's a sad sound. Put them together and you get a triad with the major chord over there, right? So the major sound, both. Major chords have first and a major scale. Warren, you got it. You You got it, Warren. So I've got two intervals here. I've got the interval of a major third and the interval of a minor third. Together, they make major. Now let's go back over here to the desktop. Let's look at minor. If I was going to make this chord, A, C sharp, E minor, I would lower the third. That would be A, C, and E. That switches things. So before we had the distance of a major third, now it's one shorter this way. Now this is the distance of a minor third. And between C and E is now the distance of a major third on this side. It's reversed. It's like the middle, if this is our outsides A, C sharp, and E, the middle is C sharp. And we've made it go in a little bit closer here. The outsides are still the same. The middle note has changed. So when it was right in the middle, it was major. That's major third in the beginning, minor third on the end. 4 frets and then 3 frets. But when we change that middle, it reverses it. Now it's shorter in the beginning and longer at the end. Now it's a minor third in the beginning and a major third at the end. That is going to give us our minor sound. So let me play that for you. So we have, I'm going to take our A chord, and I'm going to lower the C sharp to C. But the E is still the same. So our first two notes have a minor third, and the last two have a major third. All together, that gives us our minor triad. Hey, Don. What's happening, man? Good to see you. Good to see you. So we got so far we've got our major chord that has major third, minor third. Then we have our minor chord that has the reverse, minor third, major third. These things are important about how we're going to classify these sounds, right? It's just distances between notes that give us this either light and airy sound like this, or warm and dark minor sound. Light and airy, warm and dark. There's only one difference. One note changes. Right? So that would tell me in other chords, dominant chords, minor 7, flat 5, minor 7th, all these other chords we have, this note, the third, is very important. If it's major, it's going to have a light and airy quality to it. If it's minor, it's going to have a warm and dark quality to it. Okay, let's go back. Here, let's go back. We got 2 more triads to do here. So third is augmented. An augmented triad has 2 major thirds, right? So we'll start off with our first one, A, C sharp, and E. That's the major. And this is 2 whole steps, which is a major third in the beginning. And then normally it would be a minor third here. But what we're doing is we're pushing this out a little bit to E sharp. You might say, wait a minute, that's not right. There is no E sharp, it's F. Well, in this instance, it is an E sharp. Let me tell you why. So this is a major third. What we've done is we've taken the outside notes to make it augmented. So remember, we had our chord. These are the outside 2 notes. In the one in the middle, we were shifting, right? So now what we're doing is we're taking the outside note and expanding it a little bit. That's why they call it augmented. We have taken the outsides and made it larger, the outside notes, right? So taking that E and sharped it. Now it's still the 5th. We're thinking of it as the root third and the 5th. So it will be 1 higher, so we're going to call it E sharp. Even though that's the same note as F, we're not going to call it F here because F is not the 5th. When we did the when we wrote out the scale, A is 1, B is 2, C sharp's 3, D is 4. The 5th is E, some sort of an E. So if we're raising it to make it augmented, it's still going to be some sort of an E, but we're going to call it E sharp there, not F, because we already have an F for the 6, and it's F sharp right there. Okay, so that the alphabetical order of these things is pretty important. So now we've got our augmented, here we go, too many things to click. Here's our major chord, major third in my third. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to make it major third, and I'm going to take my E and raise it up one. Now it's major third in major third. What does that sound like? Well, it's got a major third in it, so it's going to have a light sound. It's going to be airy. But now that we've raised the fifth, now it sounds like it took off. It's like your feet aren't touching the ground. So here's a... Right? Very odd sound, right? So we're classifying it as a light sound, a major type chord, but when that fifth is, because of the third, but when that fifth is changed, it kind of starts to float a little bit. Augmented has that floating feeling, right? Okay, so I got one more to do. We're going to classify this next one here. This is diminished. So I'm going to start with our major. We have A, C sharp, and E. We got that from the scale. That's our major triad. Now diminished is two minor thirds in between the notes. So a minor third from A is C, not C sharp. Okay? And then a minor third from C is E flat. So we've lowered the third and we've lowered the fifth there. So what does that do? That, we'll do my hand signs again, right? So if this is our major chord, it's this wide, okay? We've taken the middle note and lowered it one, so it's minor, which makes this side major, and now we're going to take the outside note and bring it in one. So the outsides of the chord are smaller, and the name of the chord is diminished, right? That's where the word comes from. So the outside notes in augmented are larger, so it's augmented. The outside notes in diminished are smaller. So we don't have as wide of a chord. That's why we call it diminished. And so that's going to be sounding just like this. So here's our major chord. We're going to lower the third to make it minor. Then we're going to lower the fifth to make it diminished. Hear how tense that gets. So this has a minor third in it, which is a sad and warm sound. But when we add the flat five to that sad, classifying these chords, that sad and warm sound, right? It gets tense. It's almost like a scary movie, like one of those old movies where they tie the guy with the barbell mustaches is the villain, and he's got the top hat on. He's and the train's coming in. He's gonna tie somebody to the train, right? So knowing this little bit of theory here, we can start to classify chords. We've got some sounds. We've got major chords have a major third in it, are light and airy. Chords have a minor third in it, are sad and a little bit warmer sounding. Chords, then we have the augmented, if the fifth is raised, those are kind of floaty type sounds. And then if the fifth is reduced, diminished, those are tense kind of sounds. So right away, we've got happy, sad, float, dreamy, and tense there. So we can start to describe chords. Now those, for triads, go across into seventh chords. So I've got all these different sounds I could pick from. So let's make, we're just going to stick with triads now. Those are our four types of triads. We're going to make a song here. Okay? I'm going to get Don to help me make a song. And so how you all in the chat are going to help me make this song is we're going to use the top here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay? So these chords are A. Here, let me rewrite this down here. So a 1 chord is a major chord. A 2 chord is a minor chord. A 3 chord is a minor chord. 4 chord is a major. 5 chord is a major. 6 chord is a minor. And a 7th chord is diminished. So we're going to pick from the first 6 here, because those are the consonant sounding ones. Diminished is a little too much. And we're going to start to write a song. I'm going to stay in the key of A. So A, B, C sharp, D, E, and F sharp. So we're going to have A major, B minor, C sharp minor, D major, E major, and F minor. Don says 4. Okay, well, I'm going to start on 1 and I'm going to go to 4. So Don got me my first chord. Now 4 is a major sound. So we're going from a light airy sound to another light airy sound, right? Instead of picking these, and James is correct, the Nashville system, right? Yeah, the Nashville number system. We're giving each degree of the scale a chord, and each one of those chords gets a number, just like the degrees of the scale, right? So here we have A. We started at A, and then Don said the 4 chord, which is D, which is a major in this case. So we have. So pretty light and airy, right? Well, what if we wanted to darken things up a little bit? Let's say have Don pick one of these. We've got 1, 2, 3 minors that we can pick from. We can pick the 2, the 3, or the 6. Pick me one of those. Doesn't matter which one. So we're going 1 to the 4 chord. Now I need another chord. Either the 2, 3, or the 6. I'm waiting for Don's going to be. I don't know. You may have put it in our 3. So we're starting on A, right? And then we're going to go to our 4 chord D, which is major. Now we're going to the C sharp minor. So here, this is what we got now. We got A to the 4 chord. Right? Things have changed. We're out of light and airy again. I'm using one of my warm and darker chords, right? So A, up to D, C sharp minor. Where does that make you want to go after that? I'm going to let Don, we're going to pick 2 or 3 more chords to finish our song out here. So we're going to have, we've gone 1 to 4 to 3. And I'm going to let you choose. Are we going back to maybe a stronger, happier sound? The 1, the 4, the 5? Or are we going to go to 2, 3, or 6? Or are we going to go to diminished? Let's see here. What would the diminished be? G sharp. So we got G sharp, B, D. Let me see. Let's find out. G sharp, B, D. There we go. Look. G sharp, D. That's horrible. I don't know what that is. All right, so let's see. I'm gonna pick. I'll do this. So we'll do A. We did D. We had a C sharp from Don. We'll go back to the D. Back to the 1. Now this time I'm gonna go to the B minor and to the 5 chord. So that was B minor to E. Yeah, pretty cool. Let's hear it. Let's get it. Now we're going to go back to A. This time to B minor. I think I forgot the so it went 1 to 5. just wrote a song kind of using math a little bit, just picking certain numbers. But the way we've classified, we went through all of the different triads and figured out which ones sound great. We figured out each note of the scale and what chord corresponds with it: a major, minor, minor, major, major, minor, and diminished, and use those using the Nashville number system to write a quick song out there. Pretty easy stuff, right? That's how you know which chords work well together, and gives you some leverage about which ones to pick. Right now, I feel like the song should go to a more minor sound, or a diminished sound, or augmented sound. We didn't use a lot of those. We stayed kind of consonant today. But this is how a lot of songs are written, just like this. So anyway, okay, I'm running out of time here. Good to see everybody. If anybody has a question, let me know. Thanks, Warren, for saying hi. Thanks for Steven coming in. Thanks, James. Great to see you. Don, thanks for helping us write the song, Don. I appreciate it. There we go. All right. Well, thanks, everybody. I will see you tomorrow's Friday. I'll see you at 4:30 tomorrow. Bye-bye, everybody. Thanks.